but then she smiles a little bit and like pats her hip, which you can see that she is taking her revolver with her, and she says, "But that's what I have this for."
Yes. Oh my God! Stop.
And she then informs you, Catherine says she doesn't really want to join this time. I guess last time was a little bit much for her. I don't blame her.
Yes, it is best for her to stay back.
So when are we heading out?
Whenever we're all in accordance, I guess. I'm easy on whenever.
What's up?
Uh,
Chill.
she requests that she is able to like ride with one of you guys because she doesn't really want to take the car from her father. She doesn't know how long she'll be gone.
That's totally understandable. Yeah.
All right. So which one of you are taking Casey along with you?
I'll grab
I
her.
can. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, we'll.
All right.
The bros need the car to themselves, man.
Yeah.
Alright.
Two and two.
No
And
women
it's only
allowed.
It's only until
Girls allowed.
it's only until we get to the train station.
All right. Well, all right. So, are you guys
Wait.
Are you guys taking a train or are you driving there?
That's up to Adam. If he
Well,
wants
here's
to
the
take
thing. Here's the thing. If we do take this ride, Adam said, "Hey, we have to alternate drivers." Thomas, how is your ability to drive? I know you have a horseback training, but can you drive a car?
Yeah.
Well, which one of you has the drive? Adam has 30% in the driving skill. Thomas does not have the driving skill, but like, so to be clear, driving, like every time you go on a drive, you're not gonna have to make a drive auto roll, right? A drive auto roll is typically used, like you need to make a sudden maneuver, or like you're in a car chase, so you're having to do everything much quicker than you normally would. Or hey, your brake's failing, you need to make sure you know the proper procedure. That's kind of what drive auto would be used for. But like just driving from one location to another generally isn't going to. Most people who have a license know how to drive, you know?
Yeah. It's basically like, can you Fast and Furious your way out of this?
Yeah. So, yeah. You're only going to need that if something bad happens. Which,
Adam coming
I
around the
will
corner.
I will not confirm or deny if anything bad will happen.
Oh my God. I can neither confirm nor deny.
So, Adam has a drive auto skill.
Thomas doesn't.
Yeah.
Thomas does not. I don't
thought it
know.
was isn't it base 20?
Yeah, it's base 20%. Adam has 30.
So, just let me drive the first part.
KC has 30 as well. Oh wait, no. That's Adam's character sheet.
I can open up the character sheets, but it doesn't say anything.
Yeah, KC doesn't have the skill.
It just says bio and info. Can I only have one open at a time? Or
Oh no, everyone else's character sheet just lets you do bio and info. We can't see each other's skills.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
In that case, you'll just have to maybe you have to set an option for it. I think the only options I had was that you can see it on the list, or you can edit it.
we could just ask.
Yeah, you can just communicate with each other until maybe I'll figure something out.
Communication.
What is that? I don't think any of us know how to talk to people.
Done.
We don't have the charmer.
So you guys, are you how are you guys planning to get to Winchester, which is 495 miles south?
Hang on one second. There we
And
go.
you said 17 hours, so that's like
Yeah, so that's going to
9
be a
hours.
17-hour drive and 2 gas tank refills.
Dumb idea. Should we stop by hotels? Like for some nights in order to just get some sleep or eat or whatever is needed.
And by the way, the 17 hours, that includes the gas refills, the amount of time it would take. So like I factor that into the 17 hours.
Okay.
a Holiday Inn. What? It's just a random Holiday Inn spawns.
I was trying to find something regarding that. Oh, I could have done this one. On Dumb and Dumber, let's go.
So you guys could drive that. You could also get a train to cut the distance and time.
I
little
guess
bit.
at this point it would be like, is the train more expensive or is
No, I
drive?
think the train would probably be a better thing. And if we need like to drive from the train station to your dad's friend's house, we could just rent a car and I'll drive.
Yeah, and it would be a much shorter drive to the point that you wouldn't even need a gas refill.
Yeah,
Okay,
so I think
that
we
would
should do
sound good.
train
Alright.
and then car.
I have a
Right,
quick
so
question.
yes.
Should me and Cthulhu reset our hit points because the event
Oh yeah,
didn't actually
definitely,
happen?
definitely yes. Everybody, if you've not done so already, you're at full hit points. Everyone is.
Yep. All right. Good stuff.
I'm trying to multitask and copy over the primary stats of Kaya's character to her
Blue
roll
is
20 sheet.
going nuts with the gifts.
You're good. I just didn't want to do it in case there's a reason.
What is going on with that?
I'm going back to
person?
muting.
They're powering up.
So you guys are all going to the train station.
We're going to
You-
the fast travel.
You go to the fast travel location. Let's see. All right, so you have a few options available to you of where you would like to go. Let's see. You are informed to your displeasure, though, that the train that goes directly to Winchester has already left the station. And there will not be another one for another 24 hours.
Oh my god!
However, you do have a few options of getting close to Winchester. Close being, well, relatively close. There are 3 major cities that strike your fancy as options. You could take a train to the city of Baltimore. That would cost you $7 per person, and would take 7 hours for that train drive. Afterwards, you would be about a 4-hour drive from Winchester. So that cuts your time from 17 hours to 11 hours, and your costs for like refilling gas and everything go down a
Dramatically.
good bit there. Kinda depends on like I don't exactly know gas prices from there compared to what the train tickets are, because this is $7 per person, so that would be 4 people. That would be $28 in total for all 4 of you to take a train
Do
to
we
Baltimore.
want like accurate prices, or because we could just
I'll
guess
s- I'll say that since you're filling up 2 cars, if you were to drive there in separate cars, it would definitely probably be more expensive than a train, because you're having to fill up 2 cars twice. You're having to do 4 full gas tank refills. Yeah, that's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
21 to 30 cents per gallon. As the depression deepened, demand fell.
Well, no, it's only 8 years until the depression, so we're good for a while.
Oh yeah, you guys are doing great. This is the roaring 20s, baby. It's time to live it up.
All right. What are our other options? You said
So
there's 3.
you could also take a train to Washington, D.C. This would cost $8 per person, take 8 hours, and then require a 3-hour drive to Winchester.
So,
So-
same amount of distance, time, but a little bit more expensive.
Yeah. But, yeah. So it would be, it's just like, this would be an option if you want to drive a little bit less.
Yeah.
And, the third option is taking a train to Richmond. This is probably maybe the least appealing option. It would cost $10, per person.
Oof.
The Richmond is actually further south than Winchester, in terms of like the train. So it would take 10 hours to get there, and then you'd need about a 5-hour drive to Winchester.
Okay, scratch that last one. Hell no.
Amazing, whatever y'all up to.
I like the first option.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
You want to go to Baltimore, okay.
Mostly because I'm poor.
Yes, you are. Actually, considering the upkeep of your horse and what that's going to cost, you're actually not going to have enough money to afford your train ticket.
I'll cover it.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about covering it too, but I mean, yeah.
Fluff would actually be able to cover it with their spending level.
I could cover everybody's, technically.
That would be $28. Yeah, you could.
But that would be ill-advised.
I mean, are you sure?
I'm a
I mean, like-
doctor.
Not really. That's within the spending level. So they can just kind of drop that. They can just like plop down the wad of cash on the table and say, "Let's go." Not really have to think about that the next day.
Yeah.
So, is that what you're doing?
Mhm.
All right. You four are boarding a train to Baltimore.
Let me subtract that from my cash real quick.
No. Your spending level is 50, right?
What is that? Let me check. Spending level's 150.
Jesus. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that's not.
And I have
That's not
120
right.
in cash.
Yeah, you have 120 in cash, but like the spending level, that should not be that high. You are not like, because that's based on your credit rating. What's your credit
Yeah.
rating?
Look up doctor, man. In your book.
All right, I will flip like 100 something pages. All right,
Yeah, look at this.
it's more like
Me just
200.
watching the wad of cash slapped onto the table. Oh.
Doctor. Well, it gives me a credit rating range. So on your sheet, which I can pull up, is your credit rating 60? So let me make sure I'm calculating this right. 1920s cash assets equivalent. Wealthy times. Your spending level should be 50.
Okay.
There's an
I guess-
extra one in there.
Yeah, there was an extra one. Everybody was like, "What?"
Yeah,
Sorry.
because I didn't change these from like when I messed them up when we first started,
Mm.
because I didn't when we first set these up, I hadn't like said, hey, I hadn't found the table that actually tells
Darn!
you exactly how to do it, so I
Holy
had
shit.
to.
Hey guys, sorry.
Doctor, hi.
I'm late. Sorry, I'm
Well,
late.
you're actually not too late. So all that's
Yeah.
happened with your character is that you have increased your occult skill from 29 to 42.
Nice.
And you can now use the Key of Solomon as a reference for any occult matters to
Sweet. And
gain extra information.
And I did little doodles of our characters on the Roll20 thing.
Yep. And so basically you have been contacted by Thomas. He actually showed up at your house with like the other three and said, "Hey, we've got another essentially haunted house situation. We thought you'd like to come with us, and you're one of the friends that I trust with my life after everything that happened. So I need your help." And essentially what that entails is traveling 500 miles south to Virginia. So currently, I had your investigator agree on the condition that they left their car with your father because he would probably need it. You don't know how long you're going to be gone.
Yeah.
And that you checked in on both him and Casey before you left, and
Catherine.
checked in on both him and Catherine, and both of them were okay. Catherine said she's good this time, and that's understandable after what happened. So
Yeah.
Catherine's not coming with you, and you four are at a train station, and you are currently boarding a train to Baltimore. That is the recap.
Okay.
We basically gathered the troops.
Yep. Also, Thomas has nearly bankrupted himself immediately.
And only Adam knows why.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, all of us know why. He bought a horse, which is pretty crazy because Casey actually has the ride skill, which is better, and hers is better than Thomas's. You'd think she'd have the horse.
Well, at least it's good to have in case.
Yeah, so 2 people can use the horse. Anyway,
And hey, yeah, actually, I just realized something. Would what was it? Thomas learn how to ride horses from Gaze? Or
Casey, the reason why that's not like something that happens often is because Casey doesn't have like the profession and the experience of teaching people. You know the skill, but like teaching somebody a skill is very different than learning the skill and being able to use it. So it's like it's an entirely different thing. If your profession was a teacher, you would probably be able to do it better. Or if you had a high enough skill in it, you might be able to do it. But that would be like you have to be a master in the skill.
Tacker.
Which is like we're talking like 85% or higher in a skill. So yeah, that's what's happened. Is there anything your character would like to do? Considering you're about to board a train to Baltimore, that's currently what's happening.
My God.
Dark.
Yeah, that's the train.
No, I don't think that there's anything else that I want to do.
All right. So you guys are traveling out of state, which means that I'm going to be asking for what you're bringing with you.
Oh yes. All right. Let me go and take a look at my. There we go. Possessions.
I will also say that you guys have you guys don't need to mention this. You have arranged for the cars that you brought to be basically returned back to you, so you don't have to worry about those.
Mm.
You could probably like you probably have like somebody bring it back to you. You won't have to worry about them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be bringing my med kit, my pocket watch. I'm gonna have my knife in my med kit.
Your knife and you're not bringing your gun?
Are we allowed to bring a gun on a train?
So
I feel like
Oh,
all my
boy.
stuff would be normal.
It would-
for me.
yeah,
Because I have a
it would.
rifle.
You can. It would have to be. It would have to be like passed through. Like it would have to be like stored somewhere. You wouldn't be able to have it on you on the train.
Yeah.
But it would be
Yeah.
like part of your luggage. Just make sure
So,
that
yeah,
you're actually
I'll-
telling people you're bringing like personal
Yeah.
weapons.
I'll let the conductor know that my martini rifle will be stored away.
He thanks you for informing him.
My keys are gonna stay on me because that journal is gonna stay on me. Would it be bad if I kept the tome on me so I can read it while on the train?
Do you think that's a bad idea?
No.
All right. Well, you can take it. People on the train, if they see it, might they
We're
might
gonna
not
be
like
like-
the fact that the cover is human flesh.
Well,
I'm
if
only
I
gonna
were
read
trying
it
to
in our
read it
That's-
cars.
view,
Well,
if I
would
were
they be able to tell though?
they would need an education roll, but if they
No,
did, they
the
would be
thing is, it
losing
would stay in
sanity
my-
over it.
Yes.
It would stay in my. It would
Corrupt
stay
the
in my like.
child.
It would stay in my bag until like we're in like our own cart. You know what I mean? Because they have those
Yeah.
kind of carts, and then I would only read it in front of these three.
Question.
I was gonna say, man, like, why not? You could just try
Yes.
to like, you could try to pick out a seat, you know, like on the train, and just see if you could like read it, like in the corner where no one else could see, get
One
a
sec.
good glimpse of it.
Question.
Yes.
Can you describe the train cart to us? Like, is it going to be like? Because I've seen where it's like it's just a row of seats like a bus, but then I've also seen trains where like people get their own private little room.
Much to Fluff's displeasure, probably. In order to afford the train ticket,
Way
better.
more expensive.
Yeah, you're riding economy class.
Okay, so it's like a bus, like a school bus setup type of deal then.
Pretty much.
Okay, so people
You are
be able
getting catered meals. They're not the best meals, but you're getting food.
Okay.
You're getting water as you request.
Okay.
And this train is actually doesn't have a huge amount of people on it, so like it's not super crowded and unpleasant.
Can we request a place to sit, or don't they just sit us?
You can as long as it's within the class that you paid for, you can take
Yeah.
any seat you want.
Okay, well there you go. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it caboose economy, or is it special?
I'd imagine standard.
Yeah.
Actually, let me
There you go.
for my possessions, hex.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll probably just bring the same stuff that I did last yeah, just like the pocket watch, pocket compass. Wait, did I remember? Yeah, I think it was pocket compass, compass hammer, pack of nails, a sweat rag, and could I be able to bring my guitar just to practice and shit?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like I yeah. Did I have a case?
You can bring anything you want. Just as long as basically if it's like a weapon or something dangerous, you're probably gonna want to tell the people that you have your luggage with. You're probably gonna want to tell them about it.
Oh yeah,
because,
of course. I thought it was
if you're bringing like guns with at this point in time, this is before Massachusetts required you to even have a permit for guns. So like, yeah, you'll be able to bring it. Yeah, yeah, you're gonna be fine bringing it as long as you like let people know, hey, there's a weapon here. That's included in the storage, and they'll make sure it gets back to you and everything.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, what I was afraid of was I thought there was like a luggage limit where it's like, oh, like I thought the guitar would be too, like wieldy for the train to hold or something.
It's whatever you can manage to handle.
You just carry the guitar on with you.
But like, do know if you're bringing enough to fill a suitcase, you're gonna have to have like the suitcase with you until you get like lodgings.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so pretty much the same. Pocket watch, pocket compass, hammer, compass saw, pack of nails, the sweat rag, guitar.
Okay. And Thomas?
Yeah, I'll be.
Actually, and don't forget guitar tools. Don't forget that. I forgot to add that to my. Yeah, actually.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes, definitely.
Wait. Wouldn't I not have the iron climbing hooks because they got broken?
I can't remember if you repaired those, because I remember I'm pretty sure there was an attempt to repair them.
Yeah, but
I don't remember if it was successful.
I think it
or not.
failed though. Like I think all I got is the rope. That we.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, unless you went to buy more.
No, I did. Yeah.
All right. Then that will be removed from your gear and possessions.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
You just
edit mode and then just like is there?
Yep. Edit and remove it.
Oh, just backspace it. Yeah, sure, that'll work. Okay, now it's just a blank. All right. Okay. I'll be taking basically everything. So my axe, my rifle, the bullets to go with the rifle. I will be
Mhm.
informing them of those.
All right. They thank you for that.
My metal lunchbox and my father's pocket watch. I'm not
Oh.
taking the flask.
Okay, let me note. Not taken. Okay. Everything. Adam took everything. Floyd took the book, which I will note is 16 out of 20 weeks spent reading it. Which, by the way, Adam, are you taking the Diaries of Walter Corbett? You read them, so they are in your possession.
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah.
All right. So you have those. Note on your character sheet that you have those under Arcane Tomes and Spells.
Arcane. Yeah. Corbett's diary.
Yeah, Diaries of Walter Corbett. And that you have read them.
Alrighty. And then type just what was I supposed to put in type for like the yeah, Arcane Tomes.
Yep. Put it under Arcane Tomes and make sure to note that you have read it.
Yep.
So Floyd has taken the medical kit, the rifle and the bullets, the knife, the keys, the journal and pocket watch. Did you take those?
Mhm.
Okay, so you have taken everything, including the tome. The tome is probably going to be a little bit hard to explain, even with them being okay with guns.
gonna
Are
say-
you tell
yeah,
are you going to tell them about it, or are you just going to hide it
It's
away?
gonna it's gonna stay in my like it'll like you know how I have that shoulder bag where like it flips open.
satchel?
So, yeah, satchel. So like if you look from the top down, you could just see like the binding. You could probably just see like the pages. I just showed that it's like a book. So they can't really see the details of it unless they look really carefully.
The entire binding and the covers are covered in human flesh.
Yeah, but from
so
the
if you can
top
see
down,
the binding.
you can't really see like it be
Oh,
thinner.
from the top down.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's all people are going to be able to see of it if they like, because like I'm not pulling it out and reading it until like I'm in the cart with just these three.
Let me just make sure. All right, they failed the roll. Okay. Yep. Nobody notices.
They failed the roll.
It was a really difficult roll considering what you
Yeah,
described.
they're just normal.
And
Joke
Kaya, what is Kaya taking with her?
I am going to be taking some like a like tools just in case like we need something like hammer, wrench, screwdriver, things like that.
Hammer, wrench, screwdriver.
Like a couple Phillips head, a couple flat, probably.
Thomas
some...
already has a hammer.
I thought Adam had
or
a
not
hammer.
Adam. God,
Yeah,
why do I
Adam.
always confuse you two?
Because we're together most of the time.
Yep, Adam has a hammer.
Yeah.
If you want to get one yourself, you can. Just letting you know that he already has one.
like hammer, a mallet.
I thought we were taking what possessions we had.
Yeah, but Dart didn't really get the chance to like. I did what she told me she wanted to do mainly, but
Okay.
she didn't really I didn't really mention the fact that she could like buy things like at a store,
okay.
recoup her equipment. So she didn't get the chance to do that like all you guys did.
Alright.
Well, I would probably have these in a I'd probably have these in like or like I would have these like, you know, from my because like I'm a blacksmith, right? So I would already have them, so I would just like take my tools with me. You know what I mean?
Yep. So apparently, like, the cash part of your character sheet was apparently not filled out. I don't know why. But doing the calculations as to what you should have started out with and what you earned from the first investigation, you should have $92 in addition to your $10 spending level if you want to buy anything. I will say if you're buying a hammer, a bunch of tools and stuff, that's probably going to be more than $10 all at once.
Well,
Fill heads.
But it won't be too much more.
well, the thing is I wouldn't have to buy them, right? Because like these are things that I would already have because I work with like I use tools and such on a daily basis, so I would already have these, wouldn't I?
Yeah, in that case, the reason I didn't consider you to have them is because, basically, like, you were concerned about, like, leaving the car with your father, so I assumed, like, taking any of the stuff from work, I didn't want to make that decision without you, so...
Well, I mean, okay, anyone who works with tools knows that you always have at least 5 of everything somewhere.
Alright. In that case, you have
Tell me I'm
tools
wrong.
with you.
Unless you work where I work.
So you have hammer, screwdriver, screws.
It depends on the profession.
So you have hammer, screwdriver, screws.
If
all that
you
stuff.
work with any kind of tools, there's always at least 5 of everything. Like every size wrench, every size Phillips head, flathead, Robertson, everything.
Fair enough.
Alright, so you have the hammer, screws, screwdriver.
Screwdriver.
Anything else in particular? I'll note these things on the sheet.
Have to be a flathead. Wait. Yeah. Flathead screwdriver. Okay, yeah, okay. Oh,
I think that would probably be about it. Is tools
Alright.
for just to make sure that like if we need something,
Alright. You're taking your gun and your bullets with you, I assume.
yep.
Okay. So, train ride begins. And, there's a few stops before Baltimore. The view out the windows is actually quite nice. Because the train runs through a lot of, like, open, like, country areas a little bit, and then, like, through a few cities. So the skyline kind of changes quite a bit, and, with the morning sun, it actually looks really nice, despite it being middle of January, so, you wouldn't expect it to. But it does look nice. And the ride is relatively uneventful. 7 hours pass. I assume maybe a few of you get a nap, replenish your energy a little bit, make sure you have plenty for the day. And as you arrive at the Baltimore station, and the 4 of you exit the train, and it's now about 5 in the afternoon. It's late afternoon. And you are in Baltimore. You have a 4-hour drive to Winchester still. Are you guys renting one car or multiple?
Damn, this is a tricky one.
that means we'll be getting there at 9.
Honestly, like at the property, or should we do some research into the property
one car
before?
should be fine.
Research before is always best
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so renting a car. Oh boy. Let's go to my keeper manual. Let's flip all the way to the other side of it.
Yay!
Woohoo! I should have page numbers, like, memorized or written down or something that I constantly have to go back and forth to.
evilly dog ears the pages.
Here's a list of eldritch words. A word of caution: reading the entire list causes 1d3 sanity loss.
Jesus.
Woo! Goes to read it, eyeballs just melt.
God, I flipped too far. Hold on. God damn. Okay. There it is. Alright, let's see. Renting. Does it actually specify prices for renting cars? That's a good question.
I don't even know if was renting a thing.
It is. If you're like traveling to like by plane and stuff, like they'll usually have like car rental stuff. So there'll be places where you can rent cars.
I mean,
Or
during this era.
I'll just say yeah for the sake of
Okay.
convenience.
Okay.
So I'll
Okay.
say that renting a car, per you'll go to a place and their policy will be renting a car will be 10% of the car's value per week that you use it.
Sorry for the interruption. I just want to bring this up with the renting thing. 1900s. So yeah, you can rent a car. I just looked it up.
All right.
1920s?
It says 1900s. There is records of car hire could be traced as far back as 1904. So yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. Alright, so the policy will be 10% of the car's value per week that you are renting it. So, for something like a Ford Model T, it would be $36 per week,
Ooh.
which I believe is Floyd's car, if you wanted to rent one of those. Or actually, no, Floyd has like a Model A, I think.
The swag.
Sorry guys, my dad brought me snacks. I say we rent something
wait a second.
closer to what like KC or Adam has, because Model T very expensive.
Yeah, we just need something that gets us from point A to point B, not something in style.
Model A for awesome.
You could
Buggy
could-
and carrots.
you could rent a used 1917 Buick for $10 a week.
That works.
You could rent a Chevrolet Coupe that was used for $30 a week.
Oh my god.
I think he said 1917, not 70.
Yeah, I said 17 for the one that's $10. That's an old car.
Goes putt.
Actually,
putt, putt.
wait, no. It's not that old by your contemporary standards, but it is a slightly older model. I wouldn't think any of you want to rent a motorcycle. I don't think any of you guys can. A 1920s motorcycle. Oh,
That'd be ridiculous.
Humorous. I just want to hear the price for it.
it would only be slightly more expensive than the Buick at like $12, but it would be a 2-seater thing, and I'm pretty driving motorcycles is different than drive auto.
Oh yeah,
That would be a special. That would be
yeah.
a special sub skill.
Yeah.
I just-
BRB. I have to eat. Dad's calling me for BRB.
Okay.
I was just curious.
So yeah, those are kind of your options at the moment. Everything else is way more expensive.
I feel like the Buick's our best option.
All right. You purchase a Buick for $10 a week. So you're going in one car?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if this one is like a 2-seater or a 4-seater. I'm going to assume it's a 4-seater. So you guys now own a Buick. Who's paying for it?
Not me. That's for sure. Lol.
Floyd, Dark, either of you?
Dark, what's your
Split
spending
these?
level? Yeah, we'll split it.
Yeah, Dark spending level is exactly 10, so it'll be just enough to cover it by yourself for a week.
I'll split it.
Okay, you split it.
I'm only saying split it because I also pay for the train tickets.
Yep. So, you four begin 4-hour drive. You're going through a little bit of Maryland, and then you cross the state border to Virginia. As soon as you cross the border, you're starting to realize, like, Virginia is a lot different of a place than Massachusetts. It's not as nice of a place. It's a lot less developed. You can see like scars of like the Civil War still apparent. There's as you travel through a few areas, there's actually still burned out buildings, husks left over from battles. You see that a lot of the people there in the northern part of Virginia are just not really living the best lives. But then there are some other places that look fine. And as you're passing through one particular town in general, your Buick is an open top thing. It's very easy to see into. And unfortunately, this car, it's a bit of an old model, and you're starting to hear some sounds from it that don't sound too great.
Uh-oh.
It's starting to drive a little bit less good. Which one of you is driving, by the way?
Casey.
KC, you're hearing, you pull over a bump in the road, basically, and then afterward, you kind of hear kunk, 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 kunk. Like, it sounds like something, make me a roll, actually. I'm gonna try to determine the skill, which would be this would be mechanical repair.
Well, we know who we want for that.
For anyone, because all of you would kind of hear this.
Well, we know who we want for that. Get back here, damn it!
Actually, Kaya has a really high skill in it.
Oh, really?
Adam has barely. They both had 50, but Adam now has 56. But they can both roll on it.
Ooh. Oh, they can both roll on it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's up to them. I highly suggest they roll on it.
Yeah, I am.
I also have to finish. I don't know why your character sheet didn't have the character stat values on it.
Ooh. Ooh.
But it looks like that's fixed now.
Ooh.
Well, that's because I just put that in.
Yeah, I put a few of them in. I didn't get to focus on it entirely. That's
And of course, there's no such thing as inspiration.
basically you don't know what the hell's wrong with this thing. You just went over a bump. Like, it wasn't even that big of a bump in the. What the hell could possibly be wrong with this thing? Did you get scammed or something?
We need Adam.
But either way, it's you're when you're trying to like turn and adjust the wheel, kinda it's not responding as cleanly as it should be. And it's just making noises that aren't pleasant to listen to. You think something's definitely wrong, you just don't know what. Oh no. We need Adam here.
He went to go eat. Oh my god.
Can I like pull over and
Yeah, you can stop the car.
All right, cool. I want to pull over and take a look at it.
Oh my god.
This is like it's about 7 p.m. when this happens. So it's beginning to get to evening time. You pull over to the side of the road. You're in the middle of a small like a small backwoods area. There are a few buildings around, houses, but this is mostly an open stretch of road. With like tree lines around. And
Yeah.
you pull over to look at it. You have a good look around the car. Let's see if you can spot something wrong with it. You would be looking at spot hidden, I guess, off the top of my head.
Wait. Where's spot hidden? Can I also do spot hidden?
If you get out of the car and have a look around.
Yes, I would also like to do that. Okay. I'm gonna roll it. Oh.
Okay, I'm back.
Hi, we're waiting. We need Adam's ability to deal with mechanical repair issues.
Okay, so now that so that means that I find something that's not right.
You do.
Okay.
So when
can I force a
well, let me describe what's wrong. Basically, when you hit that bump, you hit it too hard for this poor old farty model, and it's kind of loosened the axle for the wheel. So basically, the wheel, the axle it's on sounds loose.
Well, it's a damn good thing I brought tools then.
You do, but considering the failed roll earlier, yeah, this would be a push.
Breaks the tire. Oh.
You have new information, so you would be able to justify the real roll. But it would be a push.
Come on, dice gods, come on.
Alright, never mind.
A hard success, so you figure out that basically this darn thing had what aren't you lucky, because this darn thing had one of its screws come loose.
You could just say
So what a great time to bring that screwdriver and things.
I've got screwdrivers, wrenches.
Yeah, you'd be using wrenches probably.
Yeah, you would be using wrenches.
Yeah, but I've got screwdrivers of all different heads. I've got wrenches of all different sizes. I am.
Yeah, you repair it. You make a little patchwork off of it using your screws as well. This is definitely gonna hold up for the rest of the journey, as long as you don't like mess it up again. But you might want to have this like looked at by somebody to make sure it's good once you get to where you're going afterward. Because this is a patchwork that you're making.
That's fair.
Yeah. So basically, don't drive it too fast. Don't try to hit any more potholes in the road, and you should be okay. But it's taking you a little while to do it. And, you know, as you're spending, like, a good few tens of minutes doing it, who's in the car? Is anybody, like, out there helping her, or is anybody staying in the car?
I mean, I got out and looked, but I didn't find anything because my spot hidden failed.
I would probably just have, in that case, I would probably have Thomas just be like holding a flashlight.
Oh yeah, I'm.
Do you guys have a flashlight?
Yes, I do.
That's not the one that you took from the police officers, right? Because you had to give those back.
And I don't have my handcuffs. Whoa.
There's a
Like, it's not...
Flashlight is fairly standard for a toolkit.
Oh, okay. I would also say that it's not, like, terribly dark outside yet. So, like, you have enough daylight to actually, like, see most everything.
Even
Like,
in broad daylight, if you are going down like into like smaller parts and such, you're gonna need a flashlight, even in broad daylight.
Oh, you gotta slow down with all these skiffs,
What do you mean?
bruh.
She's trying. No, she doesn't need to slow. She's trying to keep up with us. We're going too fast.
I'm trying to make it relevant, okay?
We haven't even gotten to Winchester yet. Oh boy. But you're doing this, and Fluff, are you remaining in the car?
Yeah.
Okay. You and I'll NPC Adam a little bit here. And Adam kind of like nudges you a little and points off to the side where the tree line kind of clears, and there's like a little bit of like a small town around the corner. And he says, "Hey, you see those guys over there?" And you look where he's pointing, and there appears to be a couple of guys heading towards your car.
I'm not sorry. I had a chip in my mouth.
Just casually eating chips in the back seat. What's going on, guys?
I would like to point out these guys right here are the ones that are approaching the car.
Hold on, I gotta see this.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna knock on the window.
Those are not the men approaching the car.
How do you know? They're shrouded in the daylight darkness, my man. What do you mean?
I'm gonna knock on the window and point to
Window.
to get Casey and Thomas's attention and point to the guys approaching the car.
Window. I thought it was open.
Okay. Casey kind of looks up and definitely takes note of it before going back to fixing the car.
I'm gonna make a couple rolls just real quick.
Oh no. Make sure you're using the roll thingy, Dex.
Well, these are secret rolls.
He's just making full-on NPC character sheets right now.
No, not quite. So...
One sec. Yep.
Oh, by the way, Casey
Back in a
should
sec.
check... Oh, alright. Well, I'll do it for her. But Casey should check her mechanical repair skill for improvement later.
Ooh.
And so Fluff, Floyd, you notice as these guys are approaching, they seem to be like by their looks they seem to be like just townsfolk, kind of. They seem to have like casual dress on, They look to be your stereotypical kind of hillbilly small town people. But you do notice that that one of them has a rifle.
I'm going to grab my...
It doesn't exactly look like he's trying to hide it. It's more that, like, the way he's approaching you, like, the angle is a bit weird, but you do see the tip of the rifle. And you know, like, that's not the handle of any tool or something on his back. That's a rifle barrel.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab mine out of my bag.
Grab your knife out of your bag.
No, my gun.
Oh, you're a rifle. Oh, okay.
Like, I'm not gonna grab it and pull it out completely. I'm just gonna have my hand on it.
That rifle's a bit big. I don't think that's a concealable thing. It's gonna be visible in your hands.
Well,
then I guess
you're in the car, right?
yeah, I'm in the car.
Yeah, you're in the car.
So
you see two individuals.
you could keep it like below the door line. Like they wouldn't immediately see it. They'd have to be up against the car to see it.
Yep. So you've seen that, and they're kind of approaching. They're approaching a little bit like slowly. But like they're kind of walking up, and eventually one of them yells and says, "Hey, you folks having car troubles?"
I suggest Casey say, "No, we got it handled."
Yeah, that is. Casey's just gonna be like,
Hey, I'm back.
Oh,
Hey,
Okay,
so
apparently
you
it's gonna be
guys,
like, hey, I'm back.
you guys are having car troubles, and Casey was only barely able to fix it in your absence.
Oh shit.
and
Yeah.
But
And now there's a
at
couple
that,
of
Casey
shady
is just
figures.
gonna call back. We've got it handled.
and basically
And I'll be back,
you, because I NPC'd you a little bit, David. You spotted a couple of guys walking out from basically like there's a nearby corner that turns in the road, and there's a small town really close.
Yeah.
It's a collection of houses, a few farmers and stuff that
William,
live
what is
there.
this?
A lot of redneck country folk.
It's either
There's
that or all of these ones.
Yeah, there's a
What'd you say,
couple.
Hex? Yeah.
There's a couple of redneck country folk approaching your car from like a small town across the across a thing. You've basically like the car is kind of like gotten it's been pulled over like near an intersection in the road. So you're in a pretty remote area. There's a small town really like just around that corner where your car is in visible view of. And there's a couple of houses. It's a pretty wooded area, but like the area with the small town off to the left is kind of pretty cleared of trees.
All right.
And there are a couple of guys approaching, and you've spotted them out. And then Floyd informs you that one of them has a rifle on his back. And like once it's pointed out to you, you spot like the barrel of the rifle kind of poking up from behind his neck and shoulder. You can see the barrel of it. But the other guy, you don't see any weapons on. And he's kind of asked if you guys are just having car troubles.
We're
Casey has responded that yeah, she's fixing. And they kind of stop, like immediately upon hearing her voice. And then the one who has the rifle asks, "You folks from up north?"
Yes, sir.
Whereabouts?
Alabama! Sorry.
Oh.
Fucking hell. But holy shit. Yeah.
What was your response to that?
Oh yeah,
Boston.
boss.
Hey, you're from Boston. He's a Boston. Shoo. Yeah, often we get some Yankees up here, is it, Jim? He said, nah, Billy, it really ain't.
Mm-hmm.
What are you folks doing down here?
One of our
Thomas?
friends. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Can we-
Yeah. So a really good.
I stop him. I stop at him.
Yep. Go ahead.
Do you think we can really trust these guys? We don't even know who they are.
I mean, at
Well, one
least
of them has a fucking gun, dude. Can we really trust these guys?
Okay,
Sorry.
that's just Thomas. You step up and say, just visiting an old family friend.
sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Family friend in these parts.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice because like it's not like anybody's like trying to hide, but there's a couple more men approaching from the town now. As well, some other people are coming to look. You imagine that this part of the place doesn't really get many people from outside, because apparently your car stopping on the road is a pretty big thing.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like the damn cannibalistic.
You notice two more men approaching. Come and see what's up, pretty much.
All right.
They're casually walking. It says, who's your family friend? They from around here?
Tom, mainly, should we talk with Thomas and his? Yeah, should we?
Yeah, I feel like Thomas could say like, y'all, do you guys know and whatever the family friend's name
What
is?
was his name again?
Yeah, Bondell.
Yeah.
We're here to visit Bondell. Thomas wanted us to come along because Bondell informed us to bring some friends along, and we thought we'd be happy to help.
Yeah, I would say that Thomas could just say like, do you guys know a Bondell around here?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Let's
Not
see if
giving-
they do know a Bondell.
I like it.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, and one of them says, like, Bondell, and then the other guy stops and says, that guy?
I mean, yeah.
And the way he says it, he seems really surprised to be hearing that name. And he says, ain't that the guy who owns that house up near the woods? He says, oh shoot, yeah, that is that guy. And by now the other two have arrived, and there are more people coming out.
Holy f-
And the guy who recognized the name turns back, to see the other people, and he says, "Hey y'all, these people are with Bondell."
Oh no.
And suddenly, these guys don't look too friendly anymore.
I don't know.
Oh shit.
And the man with the rifle brings it into his hands. He doesn't aim it, but he has it in his hands.
Alright.
And Floyd, you can tell that's because he notices that you have a rifle. Because he's looking directly at you, even though you weren't the person he was talking to.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
he said,
like,
and
is Casey like still fixing the tire this whole time?
is Casey still fixing the tire?
Well, if it's not fixed, then yes, I am going to be continuing
I don't know
to fix it.
how long
You are putting the final few like wrench tightens on it at this point.
Okay, cool.
And
as soon as I do that, I'm going to stand
walking-
up. But before I stand up, I am going to unclip my holster so that I can like immediately pull out the gun if I need to.
are you attempting to be at all stealthy about doing that? Because there are eyes on you.
Well, I mean, I'm underneath the car, aren't I? If I'm fixing the axle.
Kinda, but that would.
Oh, wait. Question.
Which
side of the car is the broken tire?
It is on the side that is facing the people.
Okay. All right. Because that
So it is on the left side of the car.
Okay. So as she's finishing up, I'm kind of like walking around the front, getting ready to get back in the car.
And you see that that there are now about 6 people that have come out, and they are starting to approach your car. Some of them, the one of the 2 men still seems to be unarmed. The other one has a rifle. A second man with a rifle, but it's an older looking one, has come out. And the other 3 seem to have makeshift clubs. One of which also has what looks to be a lit torch.
Okay,
Oh,
Floyd is
no.
going
And
to...
No.
And now the man with the rifle says, I think you all better start getting out of here. We don't like damn Yankees round here.
Yes, sir. We'll get the hell
No.
out of here.
You have the feeling they're not gonna let you go that easily.
Oh, god damn it.
Alright.
But they're still about 30 feet away from your car at this point. No. They're 40 feet away from your car.
Alright.
They're on the other side of the road.
Should probably keep going.
Approaching you.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
Mm.
I mean,
I
like,
don't-
Are you all bailing?
What? Wait, what do you mean by bailing?
You're all running away. Is that what is? You're all getting in the car and getting the hell out of here?
Yeah, that's my vote. We have
We don't-
no reason
I'm not-
to.
Which
in
one of
this
you is
area.
driving?
Casey is driving.
I mean,
The
I
one
could.
with the highest
Casey.
driving skill.
Casey, you and your lack of driving skill are gonna need. Actually, hold on. Let me make sure before I say that. What is your driving skill at?
Getting out here, man. Not gonna bat. I
It's
need to have
20.
a freaking
Uh,
shootout with
Yeah,
hillbilly.
what's
Yeah,
it-
you're gonna have to make a drive auto roll because you have just
30,
repaired
I'm
this
30.
car. Well, if you're changing who's driving, that's gonna need some communication because you are currently still inside the car, not in the driver's seat.
Shit. I mean,
Well,
let's-
why don't you? Well, I would say you like hopping the console in the center to the driver's seat would probably be logical, and then I'll slip into the passenger because
And
Floyd
just-
is in the back, correct?
real quick, I just realized that this recording is 2.5 hours long, so I'm going to stop it and start a new one.